You know that's true because Onlyfans. Do you know what goes on OnlyFans?
A little, I've been told.
Oh, did I embarrass America's sweetheart?
No.
Oh, it's good.
No, but it's a lot of, like, yeah.
Well,
my daughter used to threaten me that she would go on OnlyFans, but she was
they
kidding.
would tell you that it's a place where content creators can make people aware of anything, pottery, gardening. It's men masturbating is what it is. It's men masturbating and young girls taking off their clothes and playing with themselves while a baby cries in the next room. That's what OnlyFans is. And the New York Times Magazine did a very long, deep dive into it, and I'm old, so like that's how I know about OnlyFans, you know. But they have what they're called chatters. In other words, you're relating. God, I sound like I'm 100. But see, I'm not a tech person. You know, I have the basics, but like I've never been on a website with anyone like that. I'm guessing. I've never used the camera except maybe in a Zoom meeting. I guess I use it then, but like I've never done that. But okay, so you've connected through the computer. Again, I sound like I'm 89. Through the computer with this young lady, and I thought it was more direct, like an old webcam girl, where you're actually talking to each other like in a Zoom.
Right.
It's not.
It's not?
No, it's like you're texting, and she's texting back, because that's how the kids talk. But it's not even her. It's a chatter. It's a fat guy in the Philippines. And the guy who's paying for this, he must know somewhere in his mind that this is not really his girlfriend. It's not even.
Wait, but so
it's not even her communicating.
Oh, so they just use video of the girl and they have a guy pretending to chat what she would say?
Yes. Read the article.
Okay, I have to.
I swear I didn't make that up, though.
Yeah, because I thought it was live and that people were truly interacting.
Maybe there is that, too. I mean, I think it's everything, but this is how they described it.
Oh, interesting.
The girl has
this is OnlyFans?
Because some of the girls don't speak English.
Yeah. Well, that's not surprising, right?
And that's not surprising at all, because we exploit non-English speakers. Here, here. And it must end. Tonight it must end. But that goes to your point about the loneliness. I mean, it just blows my mind that guys, and they spend a fortune on it.
Well, you know now what they're starting to do? It's funny because I did a 6-hour series 4 or 5 years ago for Nat Geo, and one of them was on tech addiction. And in San Diego, I went to this whole place that manufactures sex dolls. And with AI, I mean, it was crazy. And I interviewed a man who had 2 of them. And I want you to know that you can take them apart and they're dishwasher safe.
They would, yes, they'd have to be.
Isn't that disgusting?
I mean, it is. Yes,
Anyway, so there were these, and you can pick, you know, what color eyes, breast size. There was a whole table bill of nipples that you could select. You can custom order these basically these sex dolls. And now with AI, they're implanting stuff in there, and so you can actually carry on a conversation with these.
Oh, it's very, very soon going to get to the point where, I mean, men are already largely lost to the female population, especially the young ones, because first of all, they think choking is first base and anal is second.
Oh, good Lord.
Really. And a lot of this is because of the porn and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just very rapey, and it's so funny. We have to be super duper extra politically correct, like through all these other venues, and then it like comes out here, like in the porn, like the porn.
And you know that
why does it need to be
Violent.
violent, not literally violent, but just very disrespectful. And look,
I think it is violent. I think a lot of it is violent.
that doesn't come on my feed.
No, but I did an interview for my podcast about this, about the easy access for especially young men to watch porn starting at like 8, 9, 10 years old, and how distorting it is
Oh, I'm sure.
for them in terms of relationships. And, listen, whatever people want to do, I don't want to sound like a prude, but just the level of misogyny and violence that they are exposed to at an incredibly young age.
No, I'm telling you, this is why, if you talk to young girls, they're like, yeah, guys my age are just impossible.
Yeah.
And for the guys, very often I've seen documentaries on porn addiction.
Mm-hmm.
Like how can a girl compete with, like, when they like the porn better?
Yeah.
When it starts that young, and of course they perfected it. I mean, when I was a kid, this is what I was jerking off to, like a picture like this.
Yeah, yeah.
Just a picture like in like Life magazine, like what I had to work with.
Well, hopefully you had a Playboy now and then.
That came a little later, but
Yeah.
at first it was just, no, my father didn't get Playboy.
Yeah. But didn't you hide them under the bed?
I did hide them in the woods.
Yeah.
But I got them because I stole them babysitting. Oh, God. I stole them from this poor guy who, like, where's that Playboy? Every time
You were babysitting the kid?
Yeah. Well, I was babysitting. That's what you do when you're like 14 or something. That was like one of my, I always worked when I was a kid. I raked leaves, I shoveled snow, I mowed lawns. Like, I was a worker bee. I've always been a worker. Like, I think you're the same way.
Yeah.
You're very.
I've always worked too. Yeah.
Don't we have a similar birthday also?
My birthday's January 7th.
20th.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
So we're both.
Capricorns.
I'm on the cusp.
You're on the cusp. My husband's birthday is January 21st. So you're very close to him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. And Jesus was one of us, right?
Yes. Jesus was a Capricorn.
Jesus was a Capricorn. Remember that? Sounds like a Chris Christopherson
I think it was
song.
Actually, wasn't it?
No.
Was it an album? Was there an album?
It should.
Jesus
I
was
feel
a
like
Capricorn.
it should have been.
I feel like it. Yeah.
But maybe it was.
Yeah.
I don't know. At a certain point, disc full. That kind of thing. Or like.
I know.
Do you ever go to think of something? You're like, oh man, I knew that 5 years ago. And it hadn't been activated in so long that it slipped out of, but I remember knowing about it. I do remember when I did know.
Are you starting, this is weird to make us feel really old. I'm starting to have a little bit of trouble with names. Are you?
Hey, thanks for watching the clip. Hit the subscribe button now so you never miss out on our Club Random content that's posted daily.